bruh.
No.
Bro, I waited a month for this, bro. I'm like, this dude got new powers, man. He's about to like. This is shit, bro. You got new powers. You got to demonstrate them. I mean, my God, the dude got destroyed, and then they're about to like. We're not gonna get another chapter for like fucking August 20th,
Oh yeah, they're going to
bro.
hiatus. That's crazy.
Oh God, what are they gonna come back to, bro? Like, I don't, man. This is crazy, bro. This is crazy.
I was gonna say about
No.
that in the future too.
I mean, just look at the Boruto landscape for a moment. Just take a step back. The main antagonist is like the dude. Like I said, he looks like he's in a pop band. And then you got this little brat kid, right?
Oh,
Who just he's a troll. And then you got like Ada, who's like fucking thirst trapping all the interesting people in the world. I'll say that. Yeah, I'll say it like that, right? So you got all that, right? What amongst these three people who are like moving the narrative, right, in terms of the antagonist, like where's the menace? Where's like I'm thinking about Pain, bro. I'm thinking about like Madara Uchi. I'm thinking about Obito Uchiha, bro. I am in hell. Like who are you? Who is these three dudes, bro?
Well, I think that's the problem right there. You comparing part 1 of Boruto villains to part 2 of Naruto.
No,
I've always said
no. It's a legacy series, bro. It's a legacy series.
I mean, I get that, but we understand that the Boruto writers were looking for a completely new fan base when they did start Boruto. So I gotta give them the benefit of the doubt and wait for part 2 of Boruto. But I still believe Code has the potential to be an S tier villain. That's just my personal opinion. But
Nah, bro.
He does. He does. He still has that potential.
What's the potential?
Oh God.
All right, Code said some questionable things towards the end of the chapter. I don't necessarily get too much into it, but I personally believe it's possible for him to go to other dimensions and try to round up other god trees and plant those, and then potentially come back and be significantly stronger. Because supposedly, if he's an Otsutsuki member, he wouldn't necessarily be under the control of Ida, and if he does consume the chakra fruits to a certain extent, he might be stronger than a daemon. He might be stronger than a
Hold up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sorry to cut you off. We got a super chat from Nigel Kameri. What does KES 500 mean? Because he donated 500. What is that? Is that another currency?
It's another currency.
It's Kenyan shilling.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm ignorant to that. I'm sorry to cut you off. Go ahead, continue, and then we'll read the super chat. I didn't know. I was like, oh snap.
Yeah, we'll read the super chat right after this. We international now, but shout out to my guy Nigel.
Yeah, shout out to you, definitely.
Yeah, so I mean, he can get significantly stronger, come back, and of course, he right now, if you guys consider this development as character development, him getting beat up by a bunch of characters, him taking consecutive L after L, getting his girl taken, getting his actual Otsutsuki member killed, a bunch of L's. But if he comes back and then starts to accumulate some W's, it might be a good story. You never know.
Jesus, good. He's only 6 right now, though.
But it's just spoilers, though. That's what I'm saying, though. Like, it's just spoilers. For now, he's getting folded. We don't know what's going to happen,
though. There is no context that could come out that the chapter is going to fill in to actually make it okay with Code getting absolutely obliterated by a 3'6" kid. I don't know.
What if he come back? Right? Though? What if he get his look back though? You don't never know.
Oh yeah,
it's spoilers.
Well, yeah, that's in the future.
No, I'm talking about in this chapter. Or did the whole chapter get spoiled? I didn't read. I just saw the panels.
The whole chapter got. Chapter got spoiled.
Okay, so my boy Nigel Kamari, he said, "Thank you for the super chat, bro." He said, "Code is trash. How do you get a power up and then get folded the next chapter?" And the leaks, I presume he doesn't have new abilities, but we'll see.
Yeah. Again, Code is a character. I personally believe it's going to take some time to develop. It might. We always said that he could potentially be. I always forget this guy's name, but the guy with a bunch of hands in My Hero Academia, how he started off as not necessarily the most S tier of a villain, but later on we cut. Yeah, Shigaraki, but later on we.
Like all their hands. Who's that? Okay, Shigaraki.
Yeah, but the framework is there. The framework is there for. It was there for Shigaraki, and it's there for Code.
Is it though? Is the framework there, Bar? Is it really there?
He has the tools. Here's the thing. Here's the thing with Code. If I personally believe if Momoshiki was able to go terrorize dimension after dimension, gathering up a bunch of chakra fruits and eating them, you got to think that Code has the ability to do this, to do the same thing, right? The only question for me is the time frame. Like, could he get that much stronger in a matter of, like, let's even say, give him the time skip of 3 years? Would that be suffice?
Man, bro, they spent so long hyping up these limiters being removed. This is the
Facts.
crux of his character, right? Like he's not relying on like some intricate like emotional backstory because we don't got that. They didn't give that to us. So all we got to go off of as to why this character matters is that he's carrying the torch for the last villain who's like better, and the dude is supposed to be like some powerhouse. So we can at least get some dope fights, some good fights, right? Not even dope fights,
Yeah.
just some decent ones. And then
Uh,
every fight this man finds himself in, he gets folded. He takes L after L. I'm like, Jesus Christ, bro. You know what informs great protagonists and the story? It's the villains. And if your villains are lackluster, if I'm looking at pop band fucking femboys and goddamn this little kid and the fucking the girl, that chick, right? If I'm looking at them, I'm like, yo, what am I watching right now? What happened to Pain? And yes, I'm going to compare them because it's legacy, bro.
oh my
Like there's some
goodness.
standards here that you got to meet, bro. Like
Yep.
I don't know what they've
Facts.
been. You talking about give them time? We've been in this series for 6+ years. How much more time did you need? So real quick, are there any more spoilers that I need to know about aside from
No,
what you
there
talked
are.
about?
There
Oh,
are.
there are.
I could finish spoiling it if you want.
Well, hit me up with the whole chapter at this point, bro.
All right. So the reason as to why they had to do that to Code got a little bit overconfident. You feel me? In this chapter, Ida essentially dumped Code, and again, kind of compared him to Obito, but Code kind of felt the type of way, and he essentially said that Ida only needs one night, so he felt like he could actually defeat Damon. So it wasn't necessarily like Damon and Ida tried to attack Code. Code felt frog and he left. I don't know why, but that's why. You feel me? Now,
But he said that
another
about Damon out loud.
Yeah, and Bug, the reason why he did take Bug with him, Bug kind of gave him the information, the backstory about Damon's ability. He was like, Damon needs to be touching somebody with his palm to actually do the reflection. And Cole thought that he could kind of isolate Damon, and then because of that he could beat him in a 1v1. Again, his taijutsu ability is damn near better than his reflection ability, so that didn't work.
And then he proceeded to beat his ass. That's funny. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's funny, bro. That's funny. I like that. Jesus
yeah.
Christ. Yeah.
And not only that, what's it called? Naruto and Sasuke, they found out about Damon and Ida. Well, not fully about Damon, but about Ida. And they know that there's a second person that they got to worry about.
Did they not see this dude pull a whole child out of his head versus Kawaki?
I don't think that Naruto did. Shikamaru seen it.
I mean, Naruto was slumped, so I don't blame him.
Yeah,
But like Shikamaru definitely should have saw that. I mean,
yeah. I mean,
even like Kawaki should have saw it, right?
Kawaki got knocked
yeah,
out.
What did he like shoot the beam with his eyes closed? Like I'm confused. Maybe.
Well, the
the
beam
way,
covers his whole field of vision.
yeah, and the way that Damon's ability kind of works, Kawaki might have been out before he even like really looked up. Because I remember there was one time where the person that tried to attack Code, their head was cut off before they even pulled their sword. So it might have been a situation like he didn't get a good look at Damon before it reflected.
That's interesting.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, and then supposedly the last towards the last part about Code, and here's where they kind of give the outline of what's supposed to be happening in the future episodes. Code essentially says that he wants to become an Otsutsuki member, so he doesn't want to be like beholden to Ada's powers. But he said that he wants to plant a god tree on this planet. Now, because we haven't necessarily seen a manga, we don't necessarily know exactly what planet he's talking about. But again, if he wants to plant a god tree on planet Earth, it makes absolutely no sense. Damon's not going to allow that. Like, no one's going to allow him to do that. So it would make sense. Again, we haven't really seen a chapter. It makes sense for him to be talking about a different planet.
Interesting. So like maybe I think now would be a good time to do a time
If you
skip.
talk about what Ishiki left for Code, he's probably talking about Earth. That hideout's probably somewhere on Earth.
They did kind of move it, right?
No, he just went to another hideout. He's at Boro's hideout right now.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
Boro,
They
as
moved.
far as we know, he doesn't have any space dimensional travel, so his thing's probably just on Earth.
I don't know. The claw marks look like he might have it, but the reason why I say that he might have is because, and I kind of got this mixed up. They moved the actual Otsutsuki dimension that Ishiki was actually in, or when Jigen actually did store the Ten Tails, they moved that place to a different coordinate. So that right there kind of means that he might have the ability to go to different dimensions. But yeah, you're right. There's no way of knowing. I definitely do want to see when the chapter comes out.
Wasn't the whole thing was like cold guard the Ten Tails because like Sasuke can come back? Because Sasuke
Yeah,
can teleport between dimensions.
yeah.
So wouldn't that allude to that being in a different dimension?
Yeah, but then again, you have to ask the question like, how would Code be able to get there? Because there was a situation where there was like a portal that Delta used, and it wasn't necessarily her ability. She kind of just walked through a portal. I remember there was one time that she destroyed Boro's like facility or his cult thing or whatever, and there was like a portal in that, and she was actually instructed to like destroy that. So
Well, I mean,
we
like
we
they have to go back and like. So are you saying like where Amato was is like inside that compound that Kawaki kind of was trained in by Jigen? That's on Earth or that's in a different dimension?
that might be on Earth, but specifically where the Ten Tails was held. Like, remember when Sasuke went to a different dimension to
Right.
actually see the Ten Tails and the other Otsutsuki member figures? So yeah, that right there might be in a different dimension. You might need time space to
Yeah,
get to that.
those that's in a different dimension for sure.
Okay.
I was talking about the hideout that they're at, Boro's hideout. That's probably on Earth.
Yeah,
Oh, I
that's
think
probably
so
on
too.
Earth.
Yeah, I think so too.
And then like yeah, another thing that did actually happen as well. Ida and Damon, they're joining the Hidden Leaf Village. They're going to be getting this by next week.
Wait, they're actually joining?
Well, we don't know. They said they're headed to the Hidden Leaf Village, and Ama's going to facilitate some sort of deal.
There's literally no reason for them not to let Ida and Damon in. They have not done
Yeah,
anything.
yeah. I'm like, yo, imagine what the other villages got to be feeling, bro. Like, just 2 years ago, they were just worried about Naruto and Sasuke. Now they got Naruto and Sasuke. They got Daemon. They got Ida. They got Delta. They got Boruto. They got Kawaki and Amato building more cyborgs. It's like, yo, you like as other Kages, bro. You just gotta look at yourself like, yo, what are we doing? I don't know.
So Colt, Jesus Christ.
So
like
when I asked you on Twitter, you was spoiling it. You lied to me. You told me no, that wasn't a spoiler. You just said exactly
We didn't know.
what you said on. Yeah.
No. At that particular point, we didn't know fully because the full spoilers weren't necessarily out. All that we did know was that Amato was trying to get them to go over to the Hidden Leaf Village. So we didn't necessarily truly know. We didn't necessarily hear how Ada actually did respond. But when the full chapters did come out, she kind of agreed.
Sure. I'm gonna go back to eating my Wingstop.